wild thing. She'd love to do the wild thing. Okay. Ready?
What is a funky cold Medina anyway? Is it a beverage?
I thought it was, yeah.
I want to say
It's
it.
either a beverage or an illicit substance.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Hello, y'all. Welcome to Jackalope Tales, Urban Legends and Music, where we uncover, is it real or is that thing a jackalope tale? I'm your host, Charles Mooney.
And I'm Lisa Umbarger. And also with us today, our production crew, Jenny.
Hello.
Jeannie.
Wonka wonka.
Natalie.
Hello.
And on the board, a guy who likes to rescue baby flies, Sam.
I do. I love my flies.
It's baby flies.
Baby flies. I'm sounding like Tone Loc.
He's got a little retreat where he keeps the baby flies.
Oh, wow. That's
A little farm.
That's too much work.
It is.
They're too small.
All right.
Yeah.
So today we're going to look at the power of the animal kingdom
yes.
through two musicians' eyes. Folk singer Taylor Mitchell
Right.
and Olivia Newton-John. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a musicians versus nature.
Female musicians versus
yeah.
nature.
Yeah. White females.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
They love animals.
Yeah.
Have you had any animal encounters?
Oh, you know what? I actually was chased by an animal one time.
What, like a puma?
I wish it were that exciting a story. No, actually, it was probably even scarier. It was a fucking poodle. And I'm not talking one of those little toy shits. But no, we're talking like a 6-foot poodle.
The Frankenstein poodle?
Yeah, and I was a little kid, and these people down the street had this gray and black poodle. I mean, you could almost imagine where it has a little balls shaved into all its fur. I just remember them sitting on a wall, and I was in my neighbor's backyard, and we were playing. And then all of a sudden, this dog started after me, and I had to scale a tree.
What?
To get away from this little fuck. And ever since then, I can't stand those little pubic haired dogs.
Even the little one? You can't, no poodles?
No, I don't understand why anyone would want a poodle. It's not like you go to the animal shelter and you're like, oh, let's get that poodle.
Yeah, you do. They're really smart. So maybe you taunted the poodle?
No. Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm innocent. No, I don't remember doing anything to taunt the poodle.
Was it trying to bite you or is it trying to play with you?
Oh, no, I think it was trying to bite.
Animals are good judges of human nature, so...
Well, it could tell I was scared shitless, I'm sure. But ever since then, I see a poodle and I'm like, oh, fuck that thing.
Did they come get the poodle? Or did you
After
have
a
to wait
few.
it out? Like,
Oh, I stayed in the tree for a few. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, so that's my poodle hatred. But do you have one?
I do. It's still not a wild animal.
Okay.
But I used to go spend the summers on my great-grandfather's ranch.
Yeah.
And I took a piece of corn out of the chicken feed thing.
Okay. Yeah, just playing with the stuff around the farm.
Yeah, just took a piece of corn and I fed it to a cow.
Oh, look at you being nice to animals.
I know. I thought it would be fun.
Yeah.
And the rooster was pissed about that. And so every time he saw me, he would chase me and attack me.
Oh, those cocks.
They fight.
They are. They can be mean from what
They're
I hear.
so freaking mean. So he would chase me and like peck me in the back of my legs and like cut me open.
Oh, God.
And so my...
Go for your weak point. Hit your Achilles.
Because I was running and those things are fast. And my great-grandma gave me an umbrella. And I was like, this isn't going to do anything. I need like a gun. I'm going to shoot it.
All right.
Or like, why are we eating the friendly chickens? Why aren't we eating the rooster?
God, go after
Kill that one. I will gladly eat that fried chicken. Yeah, so she gave me an umbrella and it would chase me and I would turn around and point the umbrella and it would turn away from me and act like it wasn't looking at me. And then as soon as I turned my back to it, it would run at me and I had to point the umbrella at it. It sucked.
So you weren't having to like open it and close it, open it and
No, I
close
just
it
pointed the umbrella because I think it might have chased my great-grandma too, possibly. Because she knew the umbrella trick.
I'm telling you, that little motherfucker was trying to be a dominant
Right.
rooster.
Right.
God.
Stupid cock.
Yeah, they should have gotten rid of it.
Right.
Get another one.
All right, well, let's get into like the real,
Yeah, these are some interesting stories.
right? Because these are actually wild freaking animals
yes, I
that
know.
musicians had encounters with.
Yeah, yeah. And some of them, I guess both of them didn't work out great.
Yeah. You want me to go first?
Yeah, why don't you?
So this one's pretty interesting. As we do during the holidays, we gather with people that come into town. And one of my friends, Todd DeShong, used to be Olivia Newton-John's assistant in the 90s.
Ah.
And he asked me, he was like, I've been listening to your podcast. You haven't said anything about Olivia Newton-John. And I was like, there's really no stories about
Yeah.
her. She's pretty squeaky clean. And, maybe there's that weird thing about her husband disappearing.
Yeah.
That she might have killed him.
Oh.
I don't know.
Always remember that
Allegedly.
Let's Get Physical video where she wore the little band thing around
Right.
her hair.
But it was the most vanilla
Oh, it was.
Jane Fonda
Yes,
thing ever.
yes.
So she's super, super vanilla. And I was like, there's no stories about Olivia Newton-John except she might have killed her husband. And
That's all speculation.
totally speculation.
Innocent till proven guilty.
So he was like, I have a story for you.
Oh, inside scoop.
Inside scoop.
Hell
So
yes.
Here it is.
Okay.
In 1964, Olivia was really young, and she was a regular on an Australian variety show.
Oh, okay.
And that variety show was called Time for Terry. And it was hosted by an English comedian and jazz performer named Terry O'Neill.
Okay.
So he would do little skits and do his little jazz songs. And so it was a music and skit thing. And Olivia would be in some of the skits, and she would also sing. And on this particular show, Terry was supposed to pretend box a kangaroo in one of the skits.
Because this is Australia.
It's Australia.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I think it's comedy gold in Australia to pretend to box a kangaroo. I don't know.
Yeah, boxing kangaroos are classic.
But that episode never happened
Oh.
because backstage, Olivia was warming up her vocal cords and she was doing some higher pitched scales, and it aggravated the kangaroo.
Oh, no. Just like dogs in high-pitched
I know,
noises.
right? And
Yeah.
so in an instant, the handler lost control of the kangaroo. I guess it was on some kind of leash.
Oh.
And it was all over Olivia like shrimps on a Barbie.
Oh, no. Uh-oh, she hit that bad note. Oh, no.
And have you seen kangaroos? They look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. They're all
They're
like muscly.
damn muscular.
And they do those little poses even like, "Urgh."
Oh, I know. I would love a kangaroo body.
I thought, right?
I'd feel so much better about myself.
You have that
So-
balancing tail.
And a pouch? Fuck
Right.
yeah. I mean, I can carry my keys.
It's like built-in cargo shorts.
It really is. Right in the front.
They're even khaki colored. I mean,
Yeah,
come on,
but
man.
yeah, you're right. They're muscular
They're-
as hell.
Yeah, so they're really strong and they will F you up.
Uh-huh.
So this kangaroo was named Skipperoo, which is a horrible name for a kangaroo.
Oh, I mean, well, yeah, skippers.
Skipperoo. And he grabbed the singer by the hair and started
shit.
roughing her up.
Did he have gloves on?
I know he should have, right? He should have.
but they kicked too.
Actually, it's probably would have been better if he had gloves on because they have those claws.
Oh,
So
damn.
Olivia found herself in a headlock.
Yeah.
And as the grip tightened around her neck, she had to really think fast. And she remembered how her grandfather broke up a vicious dog fight on his ranch. Her grandfather was an Australian rancher.
Are you suffering from high-quality podcasts? You see, quality podcasts stimulate parts of your brain, leading to an irksome condition called thinking. But suffer no more, my friend. Introducing Discount Storytime's blend of fictional nonsense and rancid gibberish to provide soothing relief. Try Discount Storytime today. Available on most podcast catchers and at discountstorytime.com.
Consult your healthcare provider before listening to Discount Storytime. Not intended to treat unicyclitis, pickleball liver, or jittering expectations.
Oh, okay. So he has some smarts.
Right.
Okay.
I don't know if
accidentally hit the donkey.
I don't
but
know
it
if he
was
had
kind of
donkeys, but
appropriate. Yeah.
he might have.
Was he an ass? Yeah.
He might. Yeah, his grandfather was a real a-hole.
Speaking of, how did he break up?
Well, in an act of desperation, Miss Newton-John shoved 2 fingers into Skipperoo's butthole. Yes, when she was a youngster, she had witnessed her grandfather
that
break
one
up
made
a
me
vicious
cough.
by putting 2 fingers up the
it
dog's
was,
butt.
it was my checkup. Yeah. Oh my God, 2 fingers up the ass.
Right. So now you guys know how to break up a vicious dog fight and a kangaroo attack, because the surprise on the kangaroo's face jolted him, and he released the singer for an instant, just long enough for the handler to regain control of the animal.
Oh, wow.
But he had really screwed her up. She suffered some bruising, especially around her neck and her face.
Yeah.
And he had ripped out pieces of hair,
my God.
giant patches of hair.
Oh, crap.
I mean,
yeah?
he like really jacked her up, and scratches.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen videos of kangaroos like killing people's dogs?
No.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
vicious.
hell, that.
I always thought they were nice because I watch Winnie the Pooh and they seem nice, but
Kangaroo.
No,
Yeah.
no, they're not. What could have been a tragedy ended up just being a booty call. You're welcome. That's my jokes. But there's always been a lot of speculation on why Olivia left Australia, because shortly after that she went to England, and Todd said that this was one of the catalysts for it, that she quit the variety show and she went to England. She had an opportunity to start singing there on some kind of show.
And no kangaroos in England.
No kangaroos. But that was one of the catalysts, because that she was like, yeah, I'm not going to do this anymore. So that, people, is one of the catalysts for why Olivia Newton-John left Australia.
Wow. And look at that story also teaching us how to break up a dog fight.
I know. That's what I thought too. I was like, I would never think about that. And now I think about it all the time since I know this, and it's horrible. I see my dog and I was like, I don't want to put my fingers in your butt.
I love how it's 2 fingers.
2 fingers.
One they might not even notice.
Right. They're like, we got to go better.
You can go big or go home.
But I feel like some people might start dog fights to do this now. So don't do that.
Oh, no. We don't, no.
Right.
I love dogs. Well, except poodles.
Right.
Start a poodle fight.
And then you'll put your fingers in the butt. Actually, that might have been how you could have gotten away. If you had thought about it. You just have to move to the side like a matador and then lick your fingers, boom.
But I was 6 years old. I'd have to fist it. It wouldn't have realized it. So,
I hope we don't edit that out. I want to keep that in.
Yeah, that's a keeper, isn't it? Yeah. More knowledge. If you're young and you need to break up a dog fight, go
Right
with
for
more
the
than
butthole.
2 fingers. Oh, well.
Try and beat that.
I'm going to try
contest?
to. I can't guarantee it because I'm not going to be giving any nuggets of knowledge of how to break up fights. But the one I've got is Taylor Mitchell.
Right.
A Canadian country folk singer. So she was born in 1990, so just a young little girl. Mm-hmm. But she, being up in Canada and her family and being a folk singer, it just comes naturally that she would love nature and wildlife. Those two go hand in hand.
All Canadians love nature.
And she's a folk singer, so you got a double whammy. But she always wanted to help animals, and she especially liked to take in animals that had physical issues.
Oh, like
that.
rescue?
Yeah, and she would post pictures of herself with the particular animals because, I mean, she loved them, loved taking care of them.
Sounds like a kind person.
Yeah, I have no reason to think otherwise, but some of the animals she had a toothless beaver named Gretchen. She had a footless puffin that was named Bethany.
Wait, Jose, so the puffins are those weird birds that are kind of...
Yeah, they're kind of seagull-ish or just kind of poofy.
They're like a big-headed penguin.
But yeah. I think I saw a couple pictures of them, and they kind of look that way. I'll give you that.
It was footless, so how did it move? Because they don't fly.
Well, and that's why she took care of it.
Oh, so it's like a weeble.
Yeah.
That wobbles.
Oh, yeah. And then a few others that she had. Eyeless raccoon that was named Trang.
Oh, God.
And if you're noticing these names, she had a thing for Mean Girls, the movie.
Oh, so that was, she wore pink on Wednesdays?
She had, I think that was one of her favorite movies, so she loved naming the animals after characters in Mean Girls.
Okay.
But for the raccoon, I mean, it's like she crocheted a quilt eye patch with a little string tied to it. So,
like a little pirate.
I mean, she really took care of these. She had a marmot named Kylie.
What's a marmot?
A marmot, isn't it kind of like a...
It was like a prairie dog? Or...
Yeah. It's just one of those, like a fast rodent.
It's a big, fast rodent.
Yeah. But then her favorite pet of all was an armless squirrel.
Oh.
She would feed it and like she would ground some nuts up and kind of be its other hand and feed it. And she called the squirrel Miss Norbury.
Aww.
And so there are these pictures of her with these animals and all this stuff.
She's like Snow White for the handicapped animals.
Exactly. She was there for them. But sometimes you're thinking, okay, she loves nature. Where does this go wrong?
Right.
Well, in late 2009, Taylor is 19 years old. And she had some free time before her next concert. She was playing some festivals up in Canada. Yeah, and I'm sure you know firsthand, free time is dangerous
yes.
when you're on tour.
Yes. It's not good. Not good at all. Stay busy, kids.
Yes, keep active in the right way. So during her time off, she went out for a nature walk. And it's just something she loved to do. She loved to just absorb nature, just walk around. And so she was at a national park in Canada by herself. And two other people that were hiking on the trail that she was on, they passed her by. They were walking the opposite direction. Well, a few minutes later, the couple thinks they either heard animals howling or a young woman screaming in the distance.
Oh, God.
I don't know how you get those confused.
Right.
But
I know like a cougar, when you hear them screaming, it sounds, or whatever they do, it sounds like a person screaming.
Yeah.
But howling and screaming are way different.
I know. Right. It's like big difference. So they heard that. They got to an area where they could report it to the authorities. And after they had reported it to the authorities hadn't shown up yet. And there was a group of 4 other hikers that had arrived at the park, and they happened to hear about the possible screams from these people. So they went down the trail where they began to find a set of keys on the ground. They found a small knife.
Like a pocket knife?
Yeah, like a pocket knife.
Okay.
And then further down, they were walking. They found torn pieces of bloody clothing.
Oh, my God.
A large amount of blood on the ground.
Did she not know the 2-finger thing?
Because they knew what had got her, because then they saw her body and a coyote was standing over her.
Oh,
and
wait, coyotes really don't attack people.
No, you're right. And they did point that out, because before this one, there had only been one other known human attack by a coyote. And Taylor did end up dying from blood loss from the attack. But this is where her love for nature could have set her up for a bad situation. There's speculation that she came across a baby coyote.
Yeah.
And started to take it to the car to add to her family of wild animal pets. And
she was rescuing a puppy.
Yeah. But anyway, it turns out the coyote that was standing above her was the mother.
Oh, man.
Of the coyote, of the little, I don't know, is a coyote,
cub?
baby coyote a cub?
Cub?
I'll call it
pup?
a cub. So, or
Cover
pub.
pup or some pub. It's a
Oh,
pub.
you said a pub.
It's a pub.
So the pub. So it ended up that her love for animals
Was her demise.
Was the demise, and she was 19 years old.
That sucks.
It really does. I mean, because here she's probably thinking, I've got another animal to add to my collection and name after Mean Girls, and then all of a sudden,
So I'm wondering, I have a theory.
oh, do tell.
So she had that little pocket knife. Mm-hmm. Was she maiming the animals and then taking them home? Like
What is that disease where they, the mother or the
Baron Munchausen.
yeah.
By proxy.
Oh my God, she had that for animals. Here's some water with a little antifreeze in it.
Oh, that's horrible. Why am I laughing?
So she cut off the foot of the puffin.
Right. Or like the little arms, or like poked out an eye. I'm just theorizing here.
I know.
Because the pocket knife seems a little ominous.
Man, you could be onto something. You've dug deeper. You
I know.
really have.
So I think we should do some investigation and find out if there's like little,
Yeah.
I mean, forensics. You know, forensics on the little pocket knife
Yeah.
and see if it's got like squirrel hair in it.
Look for DNA.
What's the squirrel's name? Mrs.
Miss Norbury.
Norbury.
Miss Norbury. Yeah.
It's got Norbury hair in
And
it.
I mean, poor Trang getting poked in the eye
know.
with the knife. And I don't even want to think about the toothless beaver.
I know, right?
Oh, my God. Dr. Killjoy.
I know.
But yeah, so that was the story of Taylor Mitchell.
Oh, that's sad.
So don't go grabbing baby animals in the
wild.
national parks and the forests. Yeah, let them be.
Yep. That goes for children out in the wild, too. They're feral. They have rabies.
They'll just come back home with you and fuck you up.
Yeah, don't touch them. Leave them there.
That's right. They know how to survive.
Oh, man. We all know what this song means.
What does it mean to you?
You know, it means a lot. This is the Lone Star Salute.
Yeah.
Where we pay, we honor our state of Texas with its 1 star that we've earned.
Yes.
And we talk about musicians who have earned 1 star.
Right. Musicians, songs, albums, clubs, if there are any left. But yeah, everyone who has an opinion about something.
And earned 1 star.
Oh, it's got to be 1 star.
Yep.
3 stars, 4 stars. Nope. It's got to be the 1.
It's got to be 1.
So yeah. What do you have a review for?
I have a review for the late great Olivia Newton-John's Xanadu.
Oh, that I remember when that movie came out.
I have never seen this movie.
No?
Did you see it?
Let's see. No, I never did. I just remember it coming out.
I think it had roller disco in it, so I did not see it. But here is a review of it, and they say, Xanadu cannot possibly be described as a good movie. But it can be recommended to those who can tolerate large amounts of intravenous marzipan, which means it's sugary, sappy sweet, I guess.
Yes.
The music is highly enjoyable, though perhaps more so once one gets the record album home and isn't bothered with the story of the movie. So they like the soundtrack, the movie sucks, the end. That was their whole review. They're like, I like the music. I was going to go see it because of the music, and the story sucks.
Oh.
I don't even know what it's a story about.
I just remember it being just like everyone glows and just sparkles and has that 70s and 80s hair.
Right.
That's all I kind of remember.
Jeannie
about
has
it.
probably seen Xanadu. Jeannie,
Ooh.
That was many brain cells ago, but yes.
did you like it? That's a yes.
No.
Is it disco?
And I love disco and I love all that campy shit and I just, no.
Okay.
I love her, but
Olivia?
Yeah.
Did you know that story about the kangaroo?
I've got questions.
Okay. Charles, what do you have for your Lone Star?
What I've got, and it was actually impossible. I will go as far and say impossible to find a bad review about the one album that Taylor did.
So people loved her.
Yeah,
she was beloved.
They really did. But I found a lot of people that hate folk music.
Oh. Yeah, yes. Okay, good.
Are you one of them?
There's some that's okay.
Okay, yep. Here's one by Funk Brothers. He had an opinion about folk music. And he says, I've noticed that since the death of the recorded music industry, there's been a revisionist historical folk music revival. I guess that would be, I'm just talking Mumford and Sons and all that stuff that's been coming out.
I heard as granola consumption rises, so does the folk music.
I see the correlation. He goes on to say, in short, untalented people who never learned how to play more than 3 chords or play faster than 60 beats per minute and are only capable of performing melodies vocally have begun filling our ears with their garbage en masse and then proclaiming that it's not about the music at all, but social issues.
That's what folk music is.
Well, that's what he's angry about.
Why does he expect folk music to be anything other than that?
Well, I mean,
they never have.
I guess he's just annoyed by it.
Okay.
Because he went on to say, like, with their social issues and trying to cure it with their music, he said, children with cancer need medicine, not music. There is no amount of sandal-footed hippie bullshit protest songs that can replace education and effective legislation. There is no greater scum than those that would twist the suffering of others into their own fame and fortune.
I don't think anyone's cutting themselves, or if they have a cut or something, they're going, why don't you put some folk music do some folk music about that injury. No one's doing that.
It's the new cure. I don't know.
It looks like a pretty bad head wound. Have you tried folk music? I mean, come on, dude.
Right,
it's to make you think.
You've been hit by a kangaroo. Listen to some folk music.
Help that hair grow back.
Don't worry about them bruises.
It's music to make you think.
Well, yeah.
But I get it. I mean, I'm not a giant fan. I'm not a fan. But there's a place for it, and I like that.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with it. It's not hurting anybody.
I don't want to see someone play a mandolin at over 60 beats a minute.
Oh, my God. We may have come up with a new act.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Punk folk.
Yeah.
Actually, Michelle Shocked. Come on. And people, if you don't know who Michelle Shocked is, go look up Michelle Shocked.
That's
punk rock
true.
folk singer who fucking rocked.
That's true.
Anchorage is a great album.
The new genre
or song.
of folk music.
Oh.
Punk and folk.
Yeah. Folk.
Polk.
All right.
Okay. We're on it.
We're going to be millionaires. Oh. Another great show.
Speaking of 2 fingers. Yes. The good old happy ending to the great Jackalope Tale podcast.
It is. Thank you, everyone, for listening. And please follow the links on our show notes and find us on all the socials.
Yeah, definitely.
And check out YouTube, too. We got a YouTube channel.
I know. That thing's doing really good.
It's really good.
It's fun, too. But subscribe, rate, and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and anywhere else you get your podcasts.
And please sign our petition to make Willie Nelson's birthday a state holiday. You guys are slipping. Let's get this done.
Signatures.
Yep. And join us next time as we question, is it real? Or is it a jackalope tale?
You never know.
Or you do.
Yeah.
Or you don't.
Or you don't want to know.
Thank you.